Yes, I saw the video, the apology. I was in the middle of writing a very happy song about how I'm always feel like there's this light shining inside me, and I'm trying to figure out how to make other people's sunshine just as bright, how to make other people glow as bright as I feel like I glow. And then I got sent a message on Instagram from an account that I guess assumes my involvement with things because I was quite aggressively outraged a while back. And I saw what they sent me. They sent me the video, and I was like, no, I'm not watching that. I'm going to have a good day. I choose to have a good day, is what I thought. And then my best friend called me about a half hour later and said, oh my gosh, he put out a statement. Go look. Or whatever. And I said, I don't want to. I'd rather just continue on with my day. I don't want to watch it. And as soon as I hung up with her, guess what I did? I couldn't help myself. I sat down on my piano to continue what I was doing, and I thought, no, anyway. So I found a clipped up version of it on YouTube because I didn't want to, I think I blocked a lot of channels to avoid things like a crazy person. And I watched it, and I felt very angry and sad and confused and annoyed, and I had all of these emotions stirring up inside me, and I really should thank him because all I wanted to do was meditate. I haven't been able to successfully meditate for quite a while, probably 7 or 8 months. And as soon as I finished watching the video, I was running around my house looking for my pillows and my sheets so I could wrap myself up and just close my eyes for an hour. And I did that, and it reminded me of equanimity. And, there are 3 things that stop us from doing what we want in life, right? There are 3 emotions that are always happening. We have craving, aversion, and ignorance, okay? Well, many people are very ignorant to their aversion and their cravings. And when you're ignorant to your aversions and your cravings, the aversions and the cravings will drive you, and you'll be ignorant to it. And because I'm trying to be equanimous in all situations. And after I was done meditating, I really thought about it, and, if the apology is genuine, then I get it, when, because my first instinct was to come and make a thing and say, like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, these are predatory behaviors. You rushed me in, you cornered me. And when you had the opportunity, as my eyes were watering and I started shaking, you grabbed my face and made me look you in the eye and told me everything was going to be okay. That was the point where I feel he could have made a better decision, and he didn't. But when I really look at it now, I'm one of thousands, hundreds, thousands, I don't know, but I'm one of thousands or hundreds. So my experience as intense it is for me, I'm one of many. So I'm suffering, of course, or I suffered. I guess I'm suffering right now because I'm doing this, but I'm sure he is suffering much more from all of them, So, and, as far as, like, I know that there's gray areas when it comes to consensual things in circumstances like that. But the truth is, I was an adult. I went there, and I did not expect that. Like, I thought we were going to hang out and talk shit. Because if you were a fan of him, you would understand that the way he spoke on the podcast was like he was just this fun-loving guy who likes to talk to himself in his hotel and laugh at himself and hang out with his friends. So when I went there, I expected a fucking dorky, fun, I expected a silly goose time. And what I got was not that. granted, I went there and I chose to. And when it was like, there was definitely predatory behavior as far as what I mentioned already. And then, making me put my phone in a certain place and checking on me in the bathroom, making so all of those kind of behaviors really made me believe a lot of the stories that I read on the internet. Still don't know if they're true. The date raping, the drugging, and the underage girls. I can't speak for that because I only have my experience. So, yeah. So what I'm getting at is, as much as it was traumatic for me, there were choices that were made and they were all wrong. And, I got hurt at the time and he got hurt later. And, yeah, I did. I really focused my life on just finding him again because all I wanted was for him to have to look me in the face again so that I could be like, that was fucked up. You need to apologize to me. That was fucked up. But I never got there. I tried to, I tried to hang out with his friends. I tried to expose him. I tried to get him caught. I tried to, I was ignorant, right? I was ignorant to the fact that I was acting on my craving for revenge and hate. I was acting on hate because I wanted someone to suffer the way I was suffering. And that's not a way to live. You should want the best for everyone. I meditated before this so that this wouldn't happen, and I am not being equanimous in this situation. I can feel it. But yeah, that's all I ever wanted. I just wanted an apology. I wanted him to know how much, at the time I was in this open relationship, and it was yeah, I'm gonna go hang out with my fucking hero. And when I came back, I was a different person. I was a puddle of sadness and confusion of what did I do to deserve that? Because, but fuck. I wish I could edit out crying, but there are some things that I still can't even say without becoming this. And so the important thing to know that he didn't know, and this is why casual sex is so destructive to people, because he didn't know me. He knew me. We had spoke for 2 years before we met, but he didn't know me. And I don't know, maybe I thought that he did because I was posting all this stuff online about how I'm this shell of a person, and I'm hiding because I don't trust men and because men are so scary, and I've suffered so much trauma in my life from fucking, my entire life. You saw my list last week of, I've always had these eyes and this face and this hair, and people have always taken advantage of that. And it took me a long, long time to realize that not everybody has the best intentions. It took me a long time to really start standing up for myself as far as things like that. But he didn't know me. He didn't know the history of trauma I've suffered. And so when what happened, he, that's my fault. It's his fault for being so disgusting and going person, whatever, but it's my fault for not knowing myself, I guess. It's his fault for not fixing the situation when he had the opportunity. And it's my fault for not screaming and running away. So everybody makes mistakes. And I guess that's the point of all this, is that as much as I'm, angry and sad, I'm more sad. Watching him say all of that made me sad because, and I could be a sucker. I am a sucker, honestly, as far as I fall for shit all the time. But if his apology is genuine, then I accept it. Because moving on is much more important than anything else for everyone. And I know that a lot of women will dislike that a lot of the women that I've met because of this, we all kind of, got together and were discussing our experiences, and that's really what helps me get through it. And a lot of those girls probably won't accept it. They will probably be very angry and sad the same way I was, but I see a better future for everyone involved with forgiveness. Because humans make shitty mistakes. Like, God, we all do. And it just happened to be that was the biggest one I ever made. And it triggered a downward spiral for me. And I blamed him for that spiral. And that was not necessarily his fault. You know, the situation was, but everything that I did after were my own choices. So that's fucked up, and I have to live with all of that, and he has to live with everything that he did, and whether he's genuinely sorry or not, he has to live with that. And progress and positivity only comes from working on yourself. Doing anything to anyone else will not help you. You need to do your own introspective work every single day to understand the cravings and aversions, the positive feelings and the negative feelings. You can't be too positive about a feeling, because as soon as that feeling's gone, you'll be negative, and then you won't know how to deal with it. And that's why it's so important to not be ignorant and to recognize why you're making decisions you're doing. Why are you so angry? Why are you like, and I come from a world where you get in a fight at the bar and the police come and the police say, okay, go home. Are you done? Are you done? Go home. Whereas a lot of people come from this world where when someone does something bad to you, you go after them for money. And that is not who I am as a person. I don't, I'm like, people have reached out to me to tell my story and because they get inclinations, because granted, last year I went pretty hard on the retweets of what was going on. But again, I can't speak for those situations. I can only speak for mine. And because of my situation, I was able to believe those other women. But at the same time, I cannot be upset about what happened to someone else. I can only be upset about what happened to me. And it is up to me to fix that in my brain. And it is up to my brain to move on. And that's it. So I just wish the best for everyone. I hope that every woman involved can find peace and closure and accept the apology. And I just want to say, like, honestly, Crystalia, I forgive you. And I hope that even though I was a drop in a bucket, I hope that my release of my negativity, like, takes one of the orbs, the negative energy orbs that are circling around you. I hope that one of those drops and you can feel a little lighter today. And I wish you the best with your beautiful family and beautiful fiance and child. And that's really all I can do. And that's all I want to do with life, is forgive people and help people move on, and just generally good things only. May all beings be happy, essentially. May all beings be happy. I'm not AOC. I'm not going to continue to hate Ted Cruz because he tried to murder. You know what I mean? If you continuously act out in those kinds of ways, you will only get negative results. And I think the real key to moving forward in everyone's life is just positivity and acceptance, forgiveness, and all of those beautiful things that don't come easy sometimes. So